about to take this town of Soledar? And if they do, is the win largely symbolic rather than strategic?
Wolf, I think that is purely a tactical discussion. I think it's very possible that they may take the town, but I think we've got to look at the little bit larger picture here. Putting General Gerasimov in is a sign that the Russian offensive is going to gear up. We can see it building up. We can see the mobilization coming. We can see the use of mass use of conscripts. We can see the positioning of forces in Belarus. We have to anticipate that sometime between now and the 24th of February, or maybe on the 24th, you're going to see something much different. So this is really an effort to bleed Ukraine. And if Wagner Group is claiming credit for it, fine. Maybe Prigozhin wants to challenge the regular military. Maybe there's some of that going on here. But in fact, what this is just more of the same. What we have to be concerned about is the larger picture. Not this town, but can we get enough supplies in, enough equipment into Ukraine that they can hold against this offensive and then regain their territory? And right now, Wolf, it doesn't look good. 50 Bradleys, a few Marder vehicles, discussion about some 1970 vintage Leopard tanks. Not so good. That stuff needs to be in there now in bulk, and it isn't. So I'm concerned.
Well, I want to press you on this decision by Putin to replace the leader of this Ukraine military operation with his top general right now. Just give us a sense of how significant that is.
Well, I think it says that for Putin, this is war. And as his number two guy, Patrushev, says, this is a war against NATO. So he's not taking this any longer as a special military operation. He knows it's a threat to his control of the regime. He views it as a mortal threat to Russia. Now, we in the United States, we may prefer to look at China. We're forming a special committee on Congress to look at China. But this is the war that's going on right now. And if Gerasimov comes in, pulls things together, maybe uses nuclear weapons, tactical nuclear weapons to get a breakthrough in Luhansk, believe me, all eyes are going to be back on Ukraine. And at that point, it's too late to do the big surge of equipment in there to help the Ukrainians. We need to be really looking at this closely right now. We've got maybe 6 weeks to get this right, or we're going to have an entirely different situation on our hands with NATO.
General, you mentioned that these first Western-made tanks now being delivered from Poland into Ukraine. Give us a sense of the boost this could give the Ukrainian military.
I think it's helpful. This is good German equipment, but if it's the equipment that I think it is, it's got the 105 millimeter gun, not the 120 millimeter gun. It's not the most modern tanks that are available. They are diesel powered, so that's good. Ukrainians are very adept mechanically. They'll quickly take care of it, but how many are we talking about? Really? I mean, this is a major military operation. If you put 50 tanks in, that's what we would say in the United States is one tank battalion. It's not a large force, and it may not even be 50 tanks.
Yeah, good point. Retired General Wesley Clark, as usual, thank you very, very much. Just ahead, we'll have more in our top story. The Attorney General of the United States, Merrick Garland, appointing a special counsel to carry out the Biden documents investigation right now.